YouTube, this is GalacticGod, and I'm coming at you today with a video to kind of tackle a subject that I've seen quite a few other YouTubers talking about lately, and that's stealing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now I, like many other duelists out there, have been a victim of thievery. Twice, in fact, I've gone to tournaments and had my deck stolen from me. One of the times, it was so bad that I thought about quitting the game, and if it wasn't for some of my friends who talked me into staying with it and helped me rebuild my collection, then I probably would not be here today talking to you about Yu-Gi-Oh! This, in my opinion, is probably the worst aspect of our community. The amount of theft that goes on within the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community is really quite staggering. And I know there are a lot of people out there who just tell you, you gotta watch your stuff, you gotta be careful, you gotta know your surroundings, you gotta know the community because, we're part of it, and you gotta be prepared for it. And all those are true, but in my opinion, we shouldn't have to be this prepared. We shouldn't be this bad. Now recently I've been watching some YouTubing videos about this subject, and there's one where MCole40 is talking about how he had a friend come over to his house and he was helping him play test, and some of his cards started ending up missing, and his buddy, I guess, was taking the cards from MCole40 because he had so many of them. He figured he'd never miss them, or he'd never realize that they were missing. And when Robbie figured out that his friend had done that, he confronted him, and his friend was like, oh yeah, here you go, you can have them back, I guess. And Robbie's response was, well, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! And I can understand, to a point, having to watch your stuff closely when you go to tournaments and big events, but to have to watch your stuff so closely at your own home when your friends come over is astounding to me. And when I was watching another YouTuber, Simply Unlucky, he was talking about how he had recently moved to a new house, and he had his friends help him move and all that kind of good stuff. And he had come home one day and his Yu-Gi-Oh! Collection had been stolen from him. They didn't really take anything else. They had just taken his whole collection. And he knew that it had to be someone, who helped him move and knew about the value of the cards that he owned, because just a normal thief would probably just not break into some random house and just take Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. And to hear these stories really makes me sad, because I trust my friends implicitly, and I'm sure they did as well. And the fact that they were so willing to give up their friendship for pieces of paper is quite staggering, and it's definitely what I consider to be the worst part about our community, is that this kind of stuff is so rampant, really. So, in the comment section below, let me know your guys' thoughts on this subject. Why do you think it is that stealing is so rampant in our community? Have you ever had anything stolen from you? How has it changed you? What have you done differently since then? And I guess that's it for now. This is GalacticGod.